For the past 5 years, Arlie Ermy and I have brought Military Makeover to veterans all around the country, giving them a renovated home and a fresh start. Well, my friend the Gunny may be gone, but the mission continues, and we're back in Gunny's hometown of Kansas City, giving Crystal and Casey Harrison a military makeover. Ryan Stanley is our construction manager.
It's going to be amazing, that's all I can say.
Jennifer Bertrand is our interior designer. She's responsible for making a home for our veterans. And yours truly, my name is Art Edmonds. I coordinate all the partners and volunteers we need in order to make these dreams a reality for our veterans. Together, we're Team Military Makeover. And this is Operation the Harrisons. Now, we go a lot of places with Military Makeover, but I think this is the first time we've ever been in an automotive repair shop. Ben from Matco Tools is going to tell us why we're here and what Matco's doing to help veterans and our veteran in general.
A lot of people don't realize automotive technicians across the U.S. and Canada, they own their own tools. And they're busy and they have a lot of jobs to get done, so they don't have time to go purchase their tools. So what Matco Tools does is we actually provide a concierge service to bring the tools in a high level of service to technicians so that they don't have to leave their place of work to be able to provide high quality service to their customers.
That is amazing. And you know, our veteran, Casey, he has his own set of challenges, you know, from serving. But he loves to work with his hands, and you've got a special surprise for him.
Yeah, we do. We're really excited. We built Casey a custom toolbox in our Jamestown, New York facility, and we're also going to provide him with a whole array of tools so that he can work on his own car or he can work around his house or whatever he'd like to do. That
is fantastic. I think I see the mobile tool truck out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Tim just pulled up, so let's go have a chat.
All right. Well, this is quite an impressive setup you've got here. I mean, it's literally a store on wheels right up to the ceiling. So, Tim, how easy was it for you to jump in, follow the blueprint from Matco Tools, and create your own business?
Oh, it was pretty easy. If you follow Matco's guidelines, it makes it really easy to have a successful business.
Tell me about your background. Where do you come from?
I started out in the military. I was in the Navy. I went from that to being a mechanic and decided to sell tools instead of using tools. The military training is all about dedication, being on time, attention to detail.
That's really the key, and what makes a successful distributor is discipline and time management and being accountable to their customers and providing exceptional service. And that's why we find that veterans perform so well with the Matco Business System, and we have so many of our top distributors who are former veterans.
Well, you know, you're leaning on this amazing tool case here. It's very similar to the one that you're preparing for Casey, but you also have another surprise for him, right?
Yeah, we do. So we sponsor the NHRA, a drag racing team with DSR and Antron Brown. We're very excited to have Antron Brown to say a few words to Casey, and he's a champion, and we want to make an opportunity for him to actually visit the track as a guest and experience the race trackside.
That will be amazing. I'm sure he'll look forward to that. Now, my only other question is, Tim, can I drive this truck now?
Absolutely. Let's go for a ride.
Well, we're at that point in the makeover where things really start coming together, and I can always tell why when ADT shows up. We've got our great security system being installed. It's sort of the finishing touch. But my first question is, why do we even need a security system if we have the ADT sign? Doesn't that sort of scare everyone away?
That's funny, Art. You know what? It is our first line of defense. Any would-be intruder is going to pass on this house and move on.
All right, well, excellent. And I do see security starting at the very front door.
Welcome to the command center, Art. From this point right here, we can arm the system. We can look at video inside or outside. We can turn a light on, set the thermostat, do any kind of automation that we have set up for the Harrisons. Home integration, home automation, life safety, carbon monoxide, smoke detection. We did the works. We talked to the Harrisons, we found out what their needs were, and we put it all together.
Peaceful home, a safe home. It's sort of like a little cocoon that he can feel safe to, be himself and let himself go and relax. Isn't that the objective of having a great security system like ADT?
Perfectly said, Art. We wanted them to have a safe feeling with which, making it very simple for them to use.
That is fantastic. Well, thank you, John. Thank you for your service to our country and for paying it forward to another veteran in need. We really appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
So in keeping with making the Harrisons' home more efficient, more comfortable, solar panels. We've never done it on Military Makeover before, and Jason from Power Home Solar and Roofing is here. You're doing the install on this. This is a piece of cake for you guys, but it's exciting for us because we've never seen it happen.
Well, we are excited about it as well, really to help a veteran out, do the right thing, lower their bills. It's really important. They go out, they protect our lives, they do things good for us here, Americans, to have freedom and to be able to do stuff. You guys coming out here revamping their home, we're able to lower their power bill and really modernize their home.
Now, for any of our viewers out there, how easy is it to upgrade their home and put solar panels and be, for the long haul, energy efficient, right?
Well, really, the basic idea of this is shifting jello. Right now you're paying the traditional power company, whether it's $200, $300 a month. We have a way to go ahead and shift that over to a solar payment.
Right.
This is a way to really put money in their pocket day one, and they're able to have an end date for that and actually own their power rather than rent their power. Just like with this customer here with the veteran, what's going to happen is they're going to come in here and their meter's just going to spin backwards. They don't have to come, flip switches or press buttons. It's all simplified for them. They're going to get monitoring on their phone to see what the panels are producing. It's 25-year warranty on the product.
Wow.
So it is a big deal, and our culture is really our standing point.
And you're enthusiastic about it.
We're very passionate. Yeah, we get excited about what we do. So it's American made. We're creating jobs here in the U.S., so really excited what we can do.
Well, you're doing great work, Jason.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being a part of Military Makeover, man. Like I said, we've never done this before, and it's truly a pleasure.
Thank you.
Buzz of activity inside, as they say, and now we can start putting some of the creature comforts into the home, and one of them being great home phone service from Vonage. Rob is here to join us, and Rob, you happen to be a veteran with the United States Army yourself. Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
So Vonage is here to make their life easier. We have a little bit of a cell phone dead zone, as they say in this area, so having a landline is essential.
Yeah, we're honored to give the Harrison family home phone service for life. With great features like plug-and-play portability. They can take their phone wherever they go, and it's their home local number. They can make calls however they would at home. Also, you can route your home phone calls to your cell phone, so if you're in the yard or at the store, you never miss a call. And the third feature is the visual voicemail service, which I think is particularly helpful for Casey, is because, instead of listening to your voicemail messages, you could actually get them transcribed and sent to your cell phone or sent to your email, and you can read them as opposed to, picking up the handset.
That is fantastic because, part of his hearing disability that he has is a constant high-pitch ringing. It's like a screaming high pitch in his ear. So to be able to read messages from his friends and family is essential. And speaking of essential and active members in the military, you're well aware of this. They can take Vonage anywhere in the world that has an internet connection and have their actual home phone number wherever they are.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the greatest features about our service is for our service members is we can make it super easy and inexpensive for them to keep in touch with their loved ones no matter where they are.
That's fantastic. Well, listen, thank you for being a part of Military Makeover.
Thank you.
And again, thank you for your service. I know Casey is going to be really overjoyed to know that he can stay in touch with family and friends around the world with the Vonage service.
Yep, awesome. We're honored to help.
Great, Chris. I mean, it's a great property you got here, fully secure, 24/7 monitoring. And you know what? One of the things that people don't realize on our Military Makeovers, they see, all the contractors and they see all the things changing, but they don't ever think about or ask about what happens to the family stuff when we're in there working. Well, you've stepped up and helped the Harrison family out in a big way.
Service is one of the things we're all about. At Storage Mart, it's all about easy, clean service. Service meaning customer service and community service, and giving back to folks like the Harrisons. You know, we feel like that's part of our mission here.
And you got a lot of different spaces to put it in, right?
You bet. I mean, you'd see all the different doors in a complex like this. There's a story behind every door. Some of them have a little bit of stuff in it. Some of them have, you know, entire households, depending on the needs and the size.
Well, let's go take a look at what you got. Oh, cool, Chris. So these look like they're about the size of a regular garage. You could put a car in there or something that would get stored undercover outside.
Yeah, absolutely. They're great for big items, tools, garden equipment, toys, boats, jet skis, those kinds of things, or just general stuff. But now, you know, it's pretty hot out here, and these aren't climate controlled.
Obviously, you know, I live in Florida, and I need something that's going to protect my stuff from the humidity. You have that here, though, right?
Well, yeah, you bet. You want to see some?
I'd love it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, Chris, this is really a breath of fresh air, literally, because it's nice and cool in here.
You know, we try and keep it comfortable, and it's a lot easier to work in here, and it's good for your stuff. So you can see we got a lot of space in here.
Yeah, it's great. 10-foot high ceiling, something like that?
That's right. Now, we also have units that are much bigger than this, say 10 by 20, 10 by 30, 10 by 40, or literally ones that are just 5 foot by 5 foot, the size of a whole closet.
Right, if you need an extra closet in your house and you don't have it.
Yeah, so we've got a budget for everybody, and we've got space for everybody. It just depends on what your life is calling for at that moment.
Great. I love the climate controlled, I can tell you that.
It is nice on a hot day.
All right. Well, thank you for being a part of Military Makeover. The Harrisons definitely appreciate it, and we appreciate it as well.
Thanks so much.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Let's close her up.
Okay.
On this makeover is being done through Home Depot, and honestly I have to say it would not be the same makeover without it. You guys have saved us on this job. Plus you have been working around chaos, which is always fun when installing flooring.
It is.
Home Depot has life-proof flooring, which is great because obviously it fits your life. But what are your thoughts on vinyl? Because in my opinion, it's taking over the world.
It really is. The flooring industry is just exploding with new products. Luxury vinyl plank or tile is the new it floor, and it has a lot of good characteristics, especially for a DIY installer.
Well, and if you look at it, like, we're going over the old existing flooring, and obviously that is all relative to your home, but I find that people love it because you can often get more than what you would with real wood. It fits with your dogs and your kids, and then, like, there's people like you that are nice that'll help put it in. And you've helped us with the carpet as well, which is really nice, so thank you. People always love a soft floor in a bedroom, so we did the daughter's room. The stairs will be nice and soft, so thank you for doing this because honestly, I would not have this makeover without you guys.
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, it's gonna look great.
It is.
Deborah, it's so great to have you and your team of volunteers from the VFW at the Harrison's house, but you guys do so much more than that.
We do so much more, but the volunteering is a big part of it because people join the VFW because they served in the military, they served their country, and they want to continue to serve. You know, when I say, can we have some volunteers, everybody wants to come, everybody wants to help and be part of renovating this home and making it better for the veteran.
Tell us more about, beyond the volunteer aspect and the service aspect of the VFW, you do so much for veterans.
We do. We are a national organization, and our premier program is what's called Veteran Service. So when a veteran has, say, hearing loss or an injury or something as a result of their service and they might need help with the VA, health care, disability benefits, we train what we call service officers, service representatives, and all the paperwork and how all that gets done so we can meet one-on-one with a veteran individually and say, let me help you through this process. Let me be your representative and your guide to make sure that this is done correctly. A lot of people think of the VFW as just the post in their community, and they think it's older members who just get together to hang out. And we really aren't just that. I mean, part of that is the fraternal aspect, but we're so much more than that. And in the past few years, we've done a really good job of telling younger veterans, we're your organization too.
Casey and Crystal, hi.
Hi, how are you?
How you guys been?
Been good.
Hi,
good to see you.
You too. Hey, my man, how are you? Good to see you. Want to introduce you to a friend of ours. This is Deborah Anderson. She works with the VFW here in Kansas City.
We are a service organization. We're also a membership organization, and we have both annual members where you renew every year, and we have lifetime memberships. And we have a lifetime membership to present to you, Casey, because of your service in the military and our appreciation. So I'm going to give that to you.
All right, how about that?
Our Commander-in-Chief does a special coin every year, and so we have both the Commander-in-Chief with his crest on it coin for you, and then we have an Army coin as well, VFW on one side, Army on the other side, because we know that you served in the Army.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome, and I was at your home yesterday. It's amazing to see the work being done. It's really exciting.
Well, I'm here with Matt from NBKC Bank. And Matt, why am I drinking alone here a local Kansas City beverage? Where's yours?
Well, I was not expecting the audience, so I thought I'd be on top of my game and not drink one yet.
Okay, well, you guys will join me, right? Great family atmosphere here at NBKC Bank. And listen, you guys brought us our next two families on Military Makeover, so we're grateful and thankful for that. NBKC Bank really values the service and sacrifice of veterans and all their family members. So what other programs do you have in place that can help someone that's active duty or is a veteran?
Well, we are a nationwide lender, so we do offer financing in every state, whether that be VA, FHA, or conventional. It's really about the best fit for that individual, but we will find the best program. We have great programs, great competitive rates, and low fees.
And being a nationwide lender certainly has its advantages, right?
Yes, so regardless of where someone will call in, we have a program or something to help them out.
What other things can people that are watching at home, if they wanted to get in touch with you, what sort of preparation can they do to have all the information ready for you guys to give the best information when it comes to financing or refinancing?
Well, everything is done online nowadays, so it's a slick process. Everybody can log in and fill out a loan app online, then upload their information. We have a mobile app for their smartphone, which will allow them to track the process from day one to the day of closing. So it's just a real slick process nowadays.
And plus, beyond it being so easy to do online, you also get that personal one-on-one attention with all the members of NBKC Bank, right?
Yep, it's really a family atmosphere in the bank, as you can see. We have a great leadership team, great management, and the Tinsmans who own the bank. Great people.
Well, like I said, we're grateful. Our next two families are on the show because of you, and last year the Croziers, so we make great friends through all of this. And one last thing, are you guys gonna come by and help us paint or clean or anything like that? We'll have free beers. Yeah. All right. Thanks again, Matt, and thank you everyone at NBKC Bank.
Appreciate it.
We're coming to the close of our Harrison Family Makeover on the next Military Makeover.
Fingers crossed, we're getting close. I'm feeling good, still sweating, so that means things are getting
done. Military Makeover is brought to you in part by NBKC Bank.